3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Welcome, fellow Forex traders. Coming to you live from the Vegas Strip. Well, maybe a couple miles from the Strip. Maybe you guys thought I was going to be like downtown live with my mobile phone in my face, talking to strangers on the street, asking them if they want to do some gambling with me. However, I'm going to wear my Degenerate Gambler shirt today. So, let's get into this. What an absolutely incredible morning. Unbelievable. My algorithm, I have to tell you, after years and years of using this, it impressed me more today. I was sound asleep. I don't know, maybe 5 o'clock this morning, 5:30. And I normally kind of hear the rhythm of the market because I have the notifications on my mobile phone. And usually it's like ding, ding. You know, kind of like a trade goes in, and then what happens is my algorithm takes the trade, and then it updates the take profit. So I'll typically hear two dings. I shit you not, I should have recorded it. It was just like ding, 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 ding. I was like, what the hell? I opened up my phone, and trades were just going ding, 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 ding. I was like, wow, I hope this is good, right? Because, you know, you're like skeptical. Can this be real? The results that I'm going to show you, and listen, it's all the news, right? We had non-farm payroll this morning, which I completely forgot because I'm here in Vegas gambling like a degenerate. Let's talk about that. You know what? I got it here. I normally would not do this. I shit you not. I did not lose yesterday. I played like 8 to 10 different times. I really shouldn't do this, and I'm not braggadocious, but the money that I got to put this in the camera. The money that I made yesterday, I mean, all hundreds. I kept going to the cashier, and she's like, "You want it all in large bills?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think so, yeah." Now watch, I'm a degenerate gambler. I'll probably lose it all, but I don't know what, like $1,500 I made yesterday. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I know that's not a lot of money. But I'm not a professional gambler. Well, I should tell you, I am a professional gambler. From now on, when people ask me what I do, because people were coming up to me while I was playing craps, and some ladies were standing next to me like, how's this work? What's going on? And I said, we're just winning, right? And I'm focusing on my bid and stuff. And a group of 3 or 4 ladies, they were like, oh, look at his bankroll. This one's winning. So people started to gather around me. I'm like, I'm a professional gambler. This is what I do. I travel the country and I gamble. Absolutely full of shit, right? Absolutely full of shit. And boy, did they get a kick out of it. And you know what? It's just the attention I was getting was incredible. So wish you were here. Wish you were here. Now watch. Someone comes out and goes gambling with me. I'll lose it all. That's how it works, right? You're winning. It's the roll of the dice. You're winning. Then oops, you're over on the bus side. Sorry about that. I think I accidentally, I was like, well, I'm going to play some blackjack. So I sit down and I love the digital machines because as far as craps goes, you can just like hit the button and roll the dice. If you're playing at a live table, my God, for me to make $100 would probably take 2 to 3 hours. I kid you not. I can do $100 in 20 minutes on the digital machine because I just keep hitting the button, roll the dice, bid, roll the dice. It's just mind-boggling. I think it's more socially fun to play at a table. But I did play at one table, and that was when people were talking to me. And someone sits down next to me, and they're like, "Where are you from? What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm a nomad. I travel the world. I'm a professional gambler." And I just sold it, right? Because, come on, you're in Vegas. Right? It's all, no one gives a shit. I'm just having fun. So, had an amazing time. Let's go through the results here. Let's go through results. I got to do this again. Unbelievable. So, we are looking at the free signal here, USD CHF. I've said this before, trade at your own risk. Looks like a great entry to me. Looks like you could buy USD CHF right now. It's looking good. That does not mean, and I have to put this because I know people do this. Oh, Terry, the master. Listen, I'm not the master. I'm literally I'm the puppet master. There you go. The algorithm is smarter than all of us combined, right? Artificial intelligence, neural network, and wait till you see the absolute precision. And it took me a week. I'll give you that. The absolute precision of this morning's gold trade. Precision. And I will ask you guys a very specific question about that, those that are trading the high profit feed. Mark says, this whole week has been incredible. Incredible week. Yep. I mean, today just capped it off. Like, what the hell? I wish I would have recorded. I'm not even exaggerating. Ding, 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 ding. I was like, and those are all trades and updates going off. And I was like, well, I hope something's not going bad. So if you look at this USD CHF and you follow along, you're going to make some money off of this if you play it properly. So notice that my system is in, let me get the pen working here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 USD CHF trades, buy trades. And it has not scaled up the lot size. It's unique to this currency pair, because others, if this was GBP USD, you'd probably start to see the lot size because there's more volume on that, and it moves faster than USD CHF. But let's go look at this on the chart real quick. And this is not analysis. This is, hey, here's what's happening right now. Right? I'm not analyzing the chart. Well, we entered because of the oh shit candle mitigation when the Wagyu beef prices went through the roof. No, like the algorithm entered. All right, let me scale out a little bit here. Let's see, the TP is up here and we are in a buy right here. Looks like it did a couple at the bottom because there was some, you see what those wicks do? You see how my system that wicked down and it took 2 buys down there because it's like, oh, we got some volume here. It loves to trade against the trend because it has, again, AI and neural networks and machine learning, and it understands the volume and the movement of the market. And I heard a better term, and I'll show you some patterns that are interesting, not that you would necessarily trade off of, but just to know what's going on once you're already in a trade with the algorithm. It's called FVG, a fair value gap. That's pretty interesting. I've talked about I always lose the term that I use, but we'll start using fair value gap, and I'll show you some things on a chart sometime. I've kind of been studying some things, not for entry, but to look at what's happening and what I can expect once the algorithm is in a trade and what might be going on, because I know it pays attention to those things. Imbalance, that's the word. Imbalance in the market. I'll just show you some imbalance here, and this is imbalance moving forward. So if you look at this candle right here on the chart that pushed way down, the previous candle touched it there, and then these candles over here touched it here. So if you look at this area right here, this is imbalance, or a fair value gap, meaning that has to be filled, not at any particular moment, but it's going to be filled. This, we're looking at the hour time frame, is that price most likely is going to come back up and fill that, right? And you just don't necessarily know when, but you can look at those types of things. And that's not a perfect example of it, but it's a concept where the price pushed really hard and then did not fill this gap here, okay? Because you can see candles went here and there was a candle up here, so you have this area here that needs to be filled. And here's really the concept. Let's make it more conceptual than me sitting here telling you I know exactly what's going on. To move the price like that, the institutions, the banks, have to dump a lot of orders into the market right at that moment. That typically, conceptually, they're in drawdown. And they know they're going to move back to this area. Okay, why do you think my algorithm is buying right now? It's going to move back to that area so they can manipulate the money moving forward, right? You just kind of play off of that imbalance in the market. The only thing we don't know is the moment that it's going to happen. What's interesting is you might go, well, it's been moving away, moving away, moving away. It could continue to move away, yeah? And then typically what happens, the farther it moves away from that imbalance or that fair value gap, guess what? The quicker all of a sudden they take a news release opportunity to jack it right straight up and cover that area because they're in drawdown. Conceptually, I'm not telling you I know that for sure. It's a concept, and the concept's pretty solid. So I don't believe we had any closure. Again, you can jump into this USD CHF buy. There's plenty of room between where we're at and the final take profit. And if you look at the history, nothing closed on the free signals overnight, and for the week, $14,765.86 if you bid what I bid. If you bid more, you made more. If you bid less, you made less. But you ended up at nothing but net. Nothing but net profit. Nothing but net profit. Now, this algorithm just continues to impress me as I scroll back here. And I don't care if you see these red trades. This is over a week. That AUD JPY was overall profitable because as you come down, you'll start to see, let me go to the point where AUD JPY got profitable, profit, and it overcomes any sort of negative balance, right? So it's a nothing but net profit. Let's go take a look now. I'm going to go to the pause screen. Let's go take a look at an account which, this is the free signals, okay? The next account we're going to look at is the 10 pip hybrid, which is a hybrid, a subset that is more conservative of my overall algorithm. And also I combine that with the high profit feed the trades. And we had a gold trade today that I believe, we need to see it play out a couple more times, but I believe is at a level of perfection, okay, for what I want, for what the market gives us. Let me go to the pause and pull up that account on my mobile. It is this one here. So what's interesting is the 10 pip hybrid has been in, and I'm going to go look at this real quick. I need to pull up a document. Oh, and of course, I need to pull up a Google document, and now the system is saying, please verify it's you. Stand by, because I do want this resource. I'm going to show you something. So I'm going to type in my password. Yada, yada, yada. Stand by. It can never be seamless, can it? Let's see. Let's do this. And let's see if it's going to let me log in. I want to pull up my 10 pip hybrid feed groups, my trading groups, and I have it in a document here, so maybe another 30 seconds. Stand by. It is loading. Let's see here. Here it is. And make sure I've got everything. I'll share this with you, or see if I can share this with you. So let's go back to that Let's go back to that. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. I'm just going to show you this. Let's go to browser. There we go. So the 10 pip hybrid groups, there's 6 groups, and then the 2 high volatility pairs, GBP JPY, USD JPY. We're avoiding those until they get deep. Now what's interesting is I see a lot of people getting FOMO, because if you go look at the main algorithm, GBP JPY and USD JPY are crushing. Ding, 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 ding. Enter profit, enter profit, enter profit. So the reason we avoid those at one-off trades or two-off trades in the groups here is because we want stability and consistency without massive emotions tearing us apart when we realize that one currency pair, which is typically the Japanese yen, typically that just runs hard against the US dollar and the British pound. And we don't avoid it 100%, because I'll tell you what, when, because it's going to happen this year, GJ or UJ goes absolutely batshit crazy, 35 trades deep, we are going to be watching it on the turnaround, and we'll be able to enter. We'll be able to enter. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to enter at insane lot sizes because of the power of that. We're going to see it happen, and we'll be able to watch, for example, if you have access to my full automated system, the premium signals feed is my entire algorithm. You'll be able to watch it and see through walls and literally have a superpower and go, it's time to buy or sell, GJ or UJ. It'll be incredible. But I'm avoiding them because I like non-emotional stability and consistency in my trading. So right now, the 10 pip hybrid feed is and has been trading group 2 for like a couple weeks, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to show you the results here. And what that has done has kept us out of the market on the other 5 groups, and certainly kept us out of GBP, JPY, and USD, GJ and UJ, right? Although those have been really good trades, you'll never see it coming. All of a sudden, UJ will go 10, 15, 20, 28, 34. You're like, it's going to blow out my account, right? And we're just going to avoid that if you're trading the 10 pip hybrid feed. One of the members, and you know who you are, was asking me, do you have another feed I can use? I'm like, bro, the feeds I have are the absolute best, and I can stand behind them. You don't want some other random feed. Yeah, I've got a lot of different bots and stuff that I'm testing. Nothing comes close to what we're using. The only thing I've ever put out publicly is the best I've ever seen, and stuff that I do and would have and will trade on my live accounts. And I've been doing this a long time. Makes me feel like getting off on a tangent of something I've seen a member do, but I'll hold off on that a little bit. So anyway, we're trading. I needed to look because I can't memorize all these, but we've been trading group 2, and frankly, I'll just tell you right now, we're in AUD NZD, and that is the only trade open in the 10 pip hybrid right now. And it'd be interesting to see that close and us move on to another group, although I don't care, right? I don't need to be trading some other group at any given point. This group has been phenomenal. Let's come back, and let me give you the history here before we get there, and then let me bring you on to this screen. Look at this. This is the 10 pip hybrid and gold, the high profit feed, one day since yesterday, $2,665.47. I don't know what you bid. This is what this account and this system is bidding. You could bid more, you could bid less. Either way, you're at nothing but net profit. So let's analyze. I want you to see this. So we had a GBP USD. I need to make this a little bit bigger on my end. GBP USD. Someone in the live chat sometime today is going to go, I don't know, Terry, your system loses. Minus $761 on GBP USD. Well, come on down here and look at this GBP USD and this GBP USD. And if you can do math, like if you have a calculator, $902 and $268 overcomes any sort of $761 red, right? Because it's not a loss. It's just the basket of trades together. It's just math. It's just math. I was telling somebody that. They were like, so what's your crap strategy and what are you doing? And I go, it's just math. Just doing the math in my head. It's simple, right? I'm not. I've actually told a couple people. Here's what's interesting about people. Maybe I'm going to sound like a pompous ass by saying this, but I feel like I have some incredible information that took me a long, long time to figure out. It's simple, but your average person is at the learning level of, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I got to the point where I was like, I know what I don't know. And now I know what I know. I know what works. I know what works for me. I know what I can implement, right? It's a skill set. It's a strategy. And I told probably a half a dozen people yesterday that approached me and, people were clapping and I was winning and all this stuff. It's fun. I told them what I was doing. And they're like, oh, interesting. And they just fucking skip off, right? And they'll never remember a word I said. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm like, go ahead and bid. I've told a lady that was asking me, I go ahead and put money in the machine next to me. And you can take the exact same bid as I am, and I'll make you $100. Oh, well, I just, I don't trust it. I said, no, ma'am, I'll make you $100. Just do the exact same bids I'm doing. Well, it was so nice of you. And it's so funny in my life. Imagine, it's happened to all of us. How many times have somebody given you golden tier information and you missed it, you didn't hear it, you couldn't process it, right? It's so interesting to me. I'm like, I know as I get better at this, listen, I'm not really a degenerate, but there is no doubt I'm going to the casino back home, back in the Midwest every freaking day and just making a couple $100 because I can, right? It's fun. And coming up pretty soon here, I know I keep saying this, I'm going to introduce you guys to something that will be mind-boggling, and you'll be able to do something. You'll be able to do what I'm doing and really, really maximize your financial life and just have a lot of massive confidence about your financial life. So every one of these trades, except for a part of the basket of GBP USD, are absolute 100% winner. Absolute 100% winner. So it's just incredible. Now, granted, we've had a great market. I'm not taking the credit, but I'll tell you what, when the market's great and we got good solid movement and news releases, someone the other day said, well, how do I turn your system off, Terry, when the news, because they've been brainwashed. Most systems suck. Most algorithms pretty much suck and they can't handle the volatility. My algorithm loves it. I said, no, you don't want to turn off what I have during news events. The only time you'd want to stop taking trades on a pair during a news event that is going to be affected by a news event is when that sucker has already ran your account hard because you overbid probably, okay? And then you might want to turn that pair off and not take all of those extra trades that your account can't handle anyway because you kind of made a mistake. If you're bidding properly with my system, it's not a big deal. It can handle whatever, and we've seen it with the proper bid for your account. What is that? You got to figure that out. The proper bid for your account, my algorithm will handle any news event. Absolutely. The only time you want to get out of trading on news events is when you've screwed up, bonehead, overbid, overtraded, right? So let's look at this gold trade, okay? And I'm going to pat myself on the back here. However, the news absolutely helped us. Yeah, I'll put this up. Mark just said, and Mark is a long-term professional freaking trader. Mark knows what he's doing. Mark says, I want that SOB running full steam on news events. That's someone who has seen this algorithm that we're using here for years and years, right? So, just confirming what I'm saying. Hopefully, I'm saying what Mark is saying. Hopefully, we're on the same page, but I believe we are. Different words, same concept. So, let's take a look at this gold trade. I'll go ahead and take all the credit for it. I'm incredible. Let's also be honest. This gold trade, I'm telling you guys, you might not believe me. This was 100% the algorithm placing this trade and taking it at the right time, at the right price. Like, it's almost like it's human interaction. I'm telling you, I was completely asleep. This thing took profit in 7 minutes. $1,825 bidding 1.0 lot size. You could make more, you could make less, but it's nothing but net profit. So I'm going to take you over to Trading View, and we're going to look at gold, and we're going to look at the price, okay? Like, this was textbook. And I'll also tell you something. If you've been paying attention, yesterday I said I'm going to get away, and I wish I could have watched this live, because I could dig into the algorithm and see what happened. But I said, when we were taking the best price, because the algorithm gives us a top and a bottom of the range, and I could tell you what, in fact, I did the math. I looked at the algorithm's top and bottom of the range that it gave us today, and 2296.75 is exactly the midpoint of that range it gave me. I could prove it to you. It's the math. That's what I did. And I was like, that's what I want the algorithm to do. What I'm wondering, and I have to look, is if that trade, and maybe you guys can let me know if you were watching it, if that trade, that buy trade went in as a buy limit order. It was pretty much supposed to do that. I think the price was moving so much that it probably, I think it got placed at buy limit. I'm going to go look, but that's what's incredible about this. So I'm able, and I really didn't know it was as easy as it was, to basically say pick one end or the other of the price range, or just give me the mid range. And the algorithm kind of said, I'll do my best to pick the mid range. 2296.75 is exactly the mid range of the range that was sent out. So I'm really impressed with it. Okay. Now, it happened fast. I said about 7 minutes here. Let's see, 15:30, 15:23 to 15:30. Yeah, 7 minutes, less than 7 minutes. At 50% profit, it set the stop to break even. Now, we had an incredible news, right? But I believe I'm going to leave this right here. I did see, and let me know, I did see a few accounts, because the volatility and the movement is so high. I seen someone's account that didn't launch this trade into a live buy. So let me know if yours launched. I hope it did, right? If we start having problems with that, we'll just go to market execution and we'll deal with it, right? I felt like I wanted to tweak it because the gold was moving so crazy on us that we'd go into a gold trade, hit to stop. Gold trade, hit to stop. And I was like, making me look stupid, right? But I don't control the market as much as a lot of people come in and think that I control the market. I don't, right? We just kind of have to deal with it. But this algorithm was an incredible trade. Now, let me take you over. Let's go back to browser here. Let me make sure I get this right. Okay, here's the browser, and we'll go to here. So the blue line I have on the screen here is 2296.72. Is that what it is? 2296.75, right? I think I can. That's so close, right? That's literally where the algorithm placed it on this red candle, and you can see the red pushed through it a little bit. We had it launched it. What is this? This is a 5-minute chart. It launched it 10 minutes before the news. Absolutely incredible. Like there's no news filter on this system. There's not, right? It just is like, all right. I mean, it pays attention to the news. It doesn't filter out trades because of the news, is the point. So it entered that buy right there, and then look what it did. It literally went right straight to take profit. Right straight to take profit. I mean, textbook. Textbook. At 50%, it set the stop loss to break even. I think I got it set at break even plus 5 pips, which is a very small amount. In a worst case scenario with high spread, it still could come back and hit that and be a slight little loss, like a couple bucks, right? In worst case scenario. But this was just, I mean, this is a perfect trade. Absolutely perfect trade. And the fact that it was 100% AI driven, placed, decided, taken, and take profit, and it just impresses me of how good it is. Absolutely, we take trades and it comes back and hits the stop. But this was textbook. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm perfect. But if you look at the track record for the high profit feed, first off, I wouldn't even have launched it to the public if it wasn't something I was like, this is damn good. I'm putting this on my money. And it's on my money. In fact, the largest amount of profit this week for me, because I didn't take a lot of the gold trades at the beginning of the week because we were still kind of messing with the algorithm, or the entries, I should say, not the algorithm. I ended up yesterday at not having a lot of profit in my accounts because of that gold testing. And today, this pushed my account up to profitability enough to where I'm going to do a withdrawal today and revel in my money. So, back to the screen here. It's just really impressive. I don't know, I just can't say it enough. Let me take you to this. And now what we're going to do is we'll finish out. I'll go to the pause here. We're going to look at the overall algorithm. Let's just see what the overall algorithm has done. I'm not saying you should trade the overall algorithm. And I almost have to finish a thought that I don't know if I did. Somebody said yesterday, how do I turn this off during news? I was like, don't. Okay? Don't. It's so counterintuitive for people to come in and use my system. So counterintuitive. I still get brand new people. Hey, there's no stop loss on my trade. What do I do? Okay. I said this yesterday, and I'm going to make a webinar video, I've decided. I'm going to make a sales webinar video to sell the system, so I position it properly with people. And then when people come in and sign up for the automation, I'm going to basically present a video to them that says, here's what we're doing. I know, listen, even if you're an experienced trader, can you please trade this on demo for a couple weeks? Just do it. Just on demo. Just so it covers all of the questions. So you're not in panic at 3 a.m. wondering why the system's doing something because you plugged into it fucking blind, right? Don't do that. That's dumb. Don't do dumb shit. You know, that's like my best life advice to myself is, Terry, don't do dumb shit anymore. Boy, I've done a lot of dumb shit. Let me tell you that. Probably dumber than anything you've ever done. But that's all part of being a airline pilot and a single guy and having enough money to go out and do stupid shit, right? The motto, don't do stupid shit. So let's pause here and we'll look at the overall algorithm. I always like doing this because it gives you a feel for the success of the algorithm and the market itself. It is this account right here, I believe. Yeah. So let me give you an idea. We're in a couple dozen trades on the overall algorithm. And here's where it gets pretty impressive overall algorithm-wise. So $2,214.25 in closed profit since we spoke yesterday. But here is what impresses me the most. When I scroll back through these trades, okay, and this is every trade that is closed since we spoke yesterday from the algorithm. You bid whatever you want. You bid what's reasonable for your risk appetite, for your broker, for your balance and equity, for your leverage. You bid what you want. It's just a multiply factor of what I'm doing. If you want help with that, that's why I put the group together. I'm going to scroll back through these, and I just want you to look, and I want you to say out loud, blue, 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 and then we got these up here where we know some massive volatility with British pound US dollar and euro US dollar. However, I already showed you that these were baskets of trades, and if you go down, let's just look at GBP USD. If you go down to the next one, let's see if it actually increased, because we held on to that for a little while. And then GBP USD, so here's the next one, and yeah, see how it increased the lot size on this third one, right? So 882, 235, well overcome whatever was in the red side there. And it's the same thing with Euro USD. If you look farther down the list here, Euro USD, you can see those held on for a while, then they pushed. So this went positive, this went positive, and I think that's all of the Euro. Yeah, so it's just a basket of trades. It's hard to explain that to people, but it's just blue, 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 blue. My song is about blue. It's about being blue. It's about having the blues. If you have the Forex blues, it's a positive thing. So life can be counterintuitive, right? Pretty impressed with everything. Let me know. You guys are like, cheers. Let's go gambling. I'll tell you what. I'm here in Vegas, and I'm over 50. Let's just put it that way. Someone, I'm a real smart ass on Facebook, and some young girl, she didn't like something I said, right? Although true, right? I love speaking the truth. The truth is so painful. The truth is so painful. She called me what did she say? A middle-aged guy with no hair. I was like, fucking thank you for the compliment. Are you trying to buy me dinner? Of course I'm middle-aged. No hair? I shave it off. I have a really nice head of hair. I used to have flat top all that stuff. I'm not bald at all. I just don't like messing with the hair. And it's just funny to see people judge you that way, right? I have not lost any hair. I literally shave it down every couple days because I was like, you know what? I don't like messing with it. I don't like messing with it. But it's so funny how when people call you and try to cut you down, middle-aged guy with no hair, I was like, I love you too, baby. How you doing? What's your name? Right? Like, really? That doesn't hurt me. I'm just having fun over here. So looking forward, I know, I think today's the 3rd. Doug is coming into town. It's the end of the week. The big tough thing with me at my age is that luckily I walked 10,000 steps or near that every day in the desert, because at about 15,000 steps, my feet are shot. My brain's ready to go. My body's ready to go. My feet are shot. Now, I do have some new shoes that I'm wearing. Maybe I should wear my old beat-up shoes because they're more comfortable. But I went downtown and rode the monorail yesterday, and that's the ultimate way to go. But you end up only being on one side of the Vegas Strip. So today, I'm going to go to the other side of the Strip and probably have to do some walking. But I don't know. I kind of need a break, too. I think Doug and I are going to have a pool day, so... All right, that's it. Enough of me talking. I think I just talked for 40 minutes. Appreciate you guys watching. Incredible week. If you're catching this 7 years after I've done it on YouTube, we are still having success. Okay? 7 years after this date, when you find me on YouTube, and I'm a hell of a lot older with probably I don't even have to shave my head anymore at that point, right? Come on over to fxwithterry.com, start taking the free signals, build some confidence, set yourself up a free broker account. And the best thing to do, although in 7 years it'll probably cost $10 million, is get access to the full auto trading. You'd be dumb not to. I can't go too far here, but I'll say this one last thing. We have a member that didn't like my algorithm the first couple days that they plugged into it. And I said, well, give it some time. You're jumping into the middle, of the market, middle of some trades. They were like, turn it off. I'm going to do this manually. Oh, okay. So a couple days goes by, and they're doing pretty good. They're like, what did I pay you for, Terry? I'm like, you paid me for my expertise. And my expertise told you, don't trade manually. Don't do it. And they were so proud. Look at the results I'm making. They weren't paying attention to any of my signals. They were literally just manually trading. And guess what? US 30. They blew their account today. Why are you paying me? For the algorithm. For the experience. How many times did I tell this person, you're going to lose it all, man. Don't do it. This person lost it all in a week. I'm like, don't do it. Just, I want to make you proud. Look at me. Look, I'm winning. I'm like, you're actually doing pretty good. But here's what we all know. Mark can confirm this. Doug can confirm this. Derek can confirm this. Denise can confirm this. And just about everybody that's paying attention to the group can confirm this. If you're manually trading and doing well, you will blow your account faster than you can say, what happened? Especially if you're trading US 30 on a small account. And they blew their account today. And I don't wish that on anyone, but I'm like, it's not that I didn't tell you at least a dozen times. So use the algorithm, right? There are people out there blowing their accounts right now, and look at us winning. Why would you ever trade manually? No clue. All right, that's it. Off to the Vegas Strip for another day of gambling and degeneracy. And if I don't see you here this year, I'll see you next year. And you're crazy not to do it. Mark says, not if, but when. That's a good point to end this on. I will see you guys next week, and I'm here in the group to support you. Let's do this. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.